Today I'm going to talk about everything related to Bonzo Finance. I've done videos already about Bonzo, but they were specific features, and now we're going to talk all about Bonzo from soup to nuts. I'm Brian. I call this crypto for the rest of us. My disclaimer, I'm a big dumb animal. Don't do what I do. These do take quite a while to put together. If you don't mind, hit the like button. Really helps me out. Leave comments if you have them, particularly if you think the sound is better, because I have an actual mic now instead of what I was using before. So it may look visually different, but I think the sound might be a lot better. Okay, Bonzo Finance. Why would I talk about that? Well, it's on the Hedera blockchain. If you look at CoinMarketCap, Hedera at the moment is around number 15 in terms of market cap. It's been around number 11. Let's just say it's in the top 20. So that's a major layer 1 chain. It's a hash graph, not a blockchain. It's beside the point. And within that space, if you look at DeFi Llama, and I back up here, it'll show us everything on there related to finance. It's the number 1 borrowing and lending. Now, why have I done so many videos lately? Well, personally, if you follow my channel, you know I invest in many different cryptos, and I'm always transparent. I own this one, as well as many others. I believe that not just now, meaning not just for what we hope to be a run in the market, a bull run, but I believe that decentralized finance is going to be huge. RWA, real world asset tokenization, and for me, I believe borrowing and lending in particular. How that's going to all shake out over time with regard to banks and protocols like this, no one really knows. However, on each one of these layer 1s, you typically have a DEX, a decentralized exchange, or multiple ones, but with one of them usually stands out. Doesn't matter if you're looking at the Solana chain or whichever one it is. This is on Hedera, and you usually have a borrowing and lending platform that does really well. Now, one of the largest out there has been around for a while. Is called Aave. This is built on one of the Aave code bases. I think it was built on version 2. So it has as its core a code base, which has been very rigorously tested and used for quite a while. Now, let's just look at the basics. CoinGecko has a Bonzo on it and information about it. CoinMarketCap doesn't yet have it. On CoinGecko, you can see here, circulating supply 60 million, total supply 400 million. This is going to become very useful in a moment when we talk about staking, but market cap 1.5 million, fully diluted 9 million. That is incredibly small, I believe, for any financial protocol, particularly borrowing and lending, particularly on Hedera. Now, let's look at the stats with respect to what is actually locked on their chain. This is Bonzo. This is the main page. Then you can click in and launch the app, and you can go to the various pages here. Analytics page here. Total value locked 30 million. Active loans, 10 million. Okay, total value locked of 30 million. Yet, fully diluted is only 10 million. Only a third. I think it's greatly undervalued. Market cap, which is the price, at the moment 0.024, times circulating coins, only 1.5 million. So I believe a $1.5 million market cap, in my opinion, is greatly undervalued. That's why I've invested in it. Okay, so now we know total amount of coins, what coins are in circulation, the market cap, what's actually locked, 30 million. Let's look at how it actually works. It's a borrow and lending platform. Now, at the top here, you can see it also shows what I've supplied and what I've borrowed. I don't show the amounts here, but it will show the amounts in yours. You scroll down and it keeps going. It shows you all of the assets that you can supply. And then if you've supplied some assets, you can see what you can borrow. I'll just throw it out there. I only borrow stable coins because they don't go up and down in value. If you do borrow something other than a stable coin, just know it's a risk because you got to pay back the number of coins, not the dollar value. Be careful. I've got videos on that. I'm not going to get into that. So that's the borrowing and lending side. So what does this really mean and why is it so powerful? Well, it's so powerful because someone like myself who believes HBAR, which as we showed is a number 15, and I believe it's going to continue to go up and over time become more and more valuable. So I may not want to sell my Hedera. I may want to earn a return from it. And I may also want to borrow against it from time to time. Because, and I have many videos, I have a school community where I go over debanking. But essentially, this is just like a stock account where you don't want to sell the stocks you may have. Maybe you don't want to sell your Microsoft or your Tesla or your whatever it may be. but you want to take a loan against them. Why would you do that? There's multiple reasons, such as financial reasons. You take a loan, you don't pay taxes. You sell something for a gain, you're going to pay some taxes. But the real reason you're doing it is because you believe those assets that you've purchased are going to continue to go up in price. So you don't want to sell them. So you take a loan in your local fiat currency, like USD for myself in the States, and then you pay it back in USD, and you never have to sell, and you never have to realize a gain on your stocks. Same exact thing with cryptocurrency. I don't want to sell my HBAR, but I may want to borrow against it because I think over time my HBAR will continue to go up. So that's why these platforms are powerful and will become very powerful. At the moment, I've only used this in two different ways. And when I say this, taken loans. Like I mentioned on the Aave platform, I have put up Ethereum. I believe Ethereum will continue to do well for the long haul. And therefore, I want to hold on to my Ethereum, and I've taken USD loans against it. Now with Hedera, I also believe Hedera will continue to do well, maybe even outperform Ethereum in terms of price increase. I believe over time, I don't want to sell my Hedera. So this platform allows me to take loans against it. That is incredibly powerful and will become more powerful over time because this platform, I believe, is going to continue to grow and these numbers will continue to go up. Now it says, just so you know, value locked, and that's in dollars. If you look at DeFi Llama, and it takes a while to update to make sure it matches, but if we go into Bonzo Finance, you can look at it in terms of dollars or Hedera. When I watch something like this, I like to look at it in terms of the cryptocurrency to see where that is. And as you can see, it's basically gone up and to the right. Now, in terms of dollars, that will go up and down and fluctuate greatly. Doesn't mean people are putting things in. Doesn't mean they're taking things out. It means the price of Hedera is going up and down. People could be taking things in and out, but you don't know if it's just that or if it's a fluctuation in price. If they currently have, for example, 30 million locked, and Hedera doubles in the next week, the price of Hedera, and that's what most people have locked here, is actually HBAR, Hedera, then that would essentially double to 60 million. But that's not telling the true story because it's possible that no one put more Hedera in. It just went up in value. So you keep an eye on this. I like to see that this is going up and to the right, the amount that people have locked in. Now, two more things we're going to go over. First, how you can earn free Bonzo. When you supply, you earn points. When you borrow, you earn points. I've got a whole video on that. That'll be down below as well. And essentially, you get 2 points for every dollar value you've supplied and 8 points for every dollar value that you've borrowed. And they do this on a 24-hour period. So every 24 hours, you obtain more points, and they have a dashboard, and it shows you the number of points. Right now, they had what they called Season 1, 3 months, ended the end of February. We're now in Season 2. All that means is you can start and stop at any time, meaning you can supply and borrow, and you can pay it back, and you can supply more, so take some out, whatever you want to do. But during this time period, every 24 hours, they'll take a snapshot, they'll give you points. And then after May 31st, you'll be able to turn those points into Bonzo. I was able to do that myself, and I got some free Bonzo. I was very happy. Then they have another season that'll run from June to August. They do this because during these 3 months, you can't turn your points into Bonzo. You just have to wait until the season ends. So that way, you can earn free Bonzo points. Like I said, there'll be a video down below on that. Now, here's what I find fascinating. They just recently, because Season 1 ended, allowed us to claim our points for Bonzo. Simultaneously, they created the staking, where you can stake your Bonzo, you can supply it, and you can take it out, you can unstake at any time, and you earn a rate of return, and this rate of return goes up and down depending upon the amount of Bonzo in there. So you can currently buy Bonzo, and you can stake it. Now, and I've got a whole video on how to buy it. That'll be down below as well, how to get Hedera into a wallet, and then swap it for Bonzo. And if you wanted to, you could stake it here, and you can unstake it any time and earn this yield. But here's what I find is very interesting. If you remember when we looked back at how many are in circulation, it's roughly 60 million. And we go back here and look at that. 29 million Bonzo have been staked. Half of the Bonzo that is in circulation has been staked. For me, that just means the people that are investing are really serious about this protocol. Now, if you've noticed, go to bonzofinance.finance yourself, launch the app. It's very straightforward. The initial dashboard, points if you're earning them, some basic analytics, the ability to claim those points at the end of a season, staking your Bonzo, essentially borrow lending and staking. So for me personally, I think this protocol being the number one borrow lending on Hedera, which is a major layer one, I think it's greatly undervalued. I have supplied, I have borrowed, I have turned and claimed points into Bonzo, I have taken money and bought Bonzo, and I've staked my Bonzo. I like this protocol a lot. I think it's a sleeper in terms of its market value. But what do I know? Time will tell. I always like to say, I hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.